Oh, yeah. See, we plan ahead. That way we don't do anything right now. Earl, explain it to me.
Well, on one of our first headlines this week, we are going to talk about something that's getting remastered from the PlayStation 2 era. We're going to be talking about John Carpenter's The Thing video game, which is actually a sequel successor to the original movie from John Carpenter instead of 2011's The Thing from what we reviewed not too long ago, Kevin.
Oh, that thing.
We don't talk about that.
As Kevin, The Thing.
The thing.
I tried to get that hashtag and it didn't work.
It was not good, and it had every opportunity to be good. And we've been kind of spoiled this week because we were watching Spawn, the animated series, and like half of the cast is from Vampire Hunter D, and the other half of the cast is from The Thing. And so it's like you're listening to people like Keith David or Doc, and you're like, oh, that's so cool.
Yep.
But then we're reminded, then, yeah, we did horrible things like watch the remake or sequel. It was a sequel. No.
It was
prequel.
a prequel.
It was the Norwegian base before
yes.
before the dog showed up.
Yes.
At least the origin story for the dog, Kevin.
Yeah.
At least the last 5 seconds was. Fuck, we forgot that part.
Quick shoehorn.
Reshoot.
Reshoot number 9. But no, Night Dive Studios is, according to Fangoria, I know it's out there on like Twitter and a bunch of different places, but this had a very good article going on. We recommend everybody check out Fangoria for your horror news. It's one of our favorite places to go, that and Dread Central. But they have a very nice article here talking about Night Dive. They're going to be redoing it, third-person shooter survival, and it's going to be on multiple platforms: Steam, PlayStation 4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series, whatever series it's on, X1, whatever, and then the Nintendo Switch later this year. So it's going to hit multiple platforms. It's finally going to get in front of a lot of people's eyes that have only ever heard about this game. You can still get the game on PC or on like PlayStation 2 used. You go on eBay, they're a tick overpriced. They're not horrible, but they are overpriced. But it's getting remastered, and I'm pretty excited for this. And hopefully they just don't change too much of the story. Hopefully this remaster is only just a graphical thing. They keep the script the same. They keep the gameplay relatively similar. Just kind of update the controls just a tick, but largely leave it alone otherwise. And I think this will be very good. And I will be a day one order and player of this one. And since we're going to be doing game streams in the future, this will be a game I will be playing on our live streams when we get to those.
I told my wife about that yesterday, and she just kind of sighed. What else do we need to buy?
Oh, like a good wife.
I said, I don't know. Jeff will tell us.
Well, if this has a VR version for Kevin, I think you're going to be getting the game regardless of whatever she says or not.
Yeah.
Like a good husband.
Yeah.
We just buy the damn thing. We don't give a shit. We'll deal with the forgiveness after the fact, not permission.
Yes. Don't ask for permission, ask for forgiveness.
That's my man, Chad.
Hopefully weeks to months after the fact, if she's not forgotten already.
Like, if she doesn't look at your bank statement beforehand, you're fine.
It's true. And I made the mistake of commenting about how much I wanted to get Resident Evil 4 because they upgraded it for the VR. And I'm like, oh, I want to kill some of them Las Plagas on VR. And now she knows I don't have it. And so it's like, so if I start randomly playing it, she's going to know I went out and spent $40 on that. It's like, damn it.
Yeah.
But anyway, this survival horror game, I didn't play this one. I remember when it first came out, and I remember people saying it's actually pretty good.
I played it for, I don't know if I ever like truly finished it, but I think it's one of those things that my first wife took with her on the way out. because she took a bunch of my crap that I didn't know about until months and months later after the fact. So a couple games were missing, a couple movies were missing, a couple other things were missing.
I didn't even know about this game until a few years ago. I was doing a deep dive on horror stuff on YouTube, and I saw some gameplay videos. I'm like, holy shit, how the fuck did I miss this?
I know, right? I barely caught this even when I was paying attention to this stuff back then. And this was like 2002. This originally came out. Yeah.
Huh. Like, I'm super interested because I passed it over completely, other than the fact that I was kind of like, well, that's neat. Like, 30 years too late, but that's neat. I hadn't even really seen the movie at that point yet. I bought it, but hadn't really sat and watched it yet.
Yeah.
So, and I want to say that was just after I'd moved up here in 2004.
The Thing is one of those movies. I remember my sister's late husband, he always had to have like the newest and greatest in entertainment tech. So when Laserdisc players came out, he had to go and get his hands on one, and that was one of the first discs that he got was John Carpenter's The Thing.
I have my Halloween one right over here, still sealed on Laserdisc.
And just sitting out in the front room, me, him, and my sister sitting down watching that movie and just blowing my mind.
God, that's awesome.
That was of all the movie experiences I could have had, like one of the first ones on Laserdisc, to see The Thing like that was fucking amazing.
Yeah. And I know John Carpenter absolutely loved making the movie. And this is they actually mentioned that. I didn't remember this until I read the article, but this is a John Carpenter approved game. I think he's actually played this game and fully enjoys it. So I would hope that they have a little nod to him and actually get him involved at least a little bit. Hey, if all he wants to do is just make like a little track, one track, even get his kid to make a track, and you can sweeten the pot. You can bring them both in, make a little score for the game, update it just a tick. I think that'd be super awesome to get him involved. And hell, just ask John what he would like, because he's a total horror nut. We've been begging for a Dead Space movie for him, and so is he for years. So,
John Carpenter doing a Dead Space movie, that'd be awesome.
All of us think he would absolutely crush it. I know his like filmography, the last few movies he's done haven't been like great, but I don't think any of those really hit that little sweet spot that he would prefer. Dead Space would hit that sweet spot, because you even mentioned those words to him in like any interview. Whenever they bring up Dead Space, the eyes light up, and he's like, let me tell you about Dead Space. And he goes off on like this tangent for 15 minutes about the story and the complexity and how truly terrifying it was. It's like, this man, give this man what he wants, and we will all be very happy and say he never lost it.
Yes, give him what he wants, because that is also what we want.
Exactly.
Kind of thing.
Yeah. When he brings up the fact that the bad guys are not the necromorphs, they're actually the unitologists, then
and he
gets it.
Oh yeah, he totally gets it.